Forget it, man. Gunner better, man. He's a big dude.
You know who would have been the best boxer, I believe, out of everybody in the NBA? Larry Johnson.
Really?
LJ 6'5", 250. Before he hurt his back, and LJ is the best player I ever played with. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, by far. Before he hurt his back.
Really?
Before he hurt his back, he was a Hall of Famer, man. Yeah. In Charlotte, his Charlotte days, forget it. And he was LeBron, Shaq, and Hakeem Olajuwon all wrapped into one.
What?
Oh shit!
Yes.
What?
Yes. Yeah. Because of his strength, because of his footwork, because of his gracefulness, and a lot of people don't know his wingspan was 7'4", man.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What the hell?
That's why at 6'7" he was able to do all those things up under the rim. By the time y'all got him in New York, his back was gone. So y'all got the 3-point shooting, LJ.
We got the 4.
Y'all didn't get
and one.
y'all didn't get grandmama.
I don't know. I don't know about the fighting shit because I know he had it out with Morning when he was a Nick, and that looked like a girl fight. That shit was incredibly funny.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he was taught properly.
Right.
If he was taught properly, it would be a different thing.
Right. Last question. I got a last question. I see you and Tim Hardaway got this challenge going on. What is that? I want in on that.
Yeah, it's a 60-40 challenge. So what we do is I did it in college, and what happened was we had these guys named Hakeem Mohammed and Professor James Anderson at the University of Illinois that showed us this before we went to the Final Four. And we meet out on the football field. We sprint 60 yards, we jog 40. Down and back is 2. So when you get to the goal line, you turn around and you do it again. You sprint 60 yards and you jog 40. You start off with 20, you add on 1 per day until you get to 45. When you get to 45, you take off 1 per day until you get back down to 20. And actually tomorrow is my last day. I'm back down to 20. I run the full cycle. Since in the last 50 days, I lost 25 pounds doing it.
Well,
so I'm in shape.
You know, I'm all about that, your Fred. I had hernia surgery, but I'm getting better. I'm about 80% now, but I got to get on that, man. I gotta get on that.
Yeah, man. Most definitely. Bro. DM me, man, and I'll get you all the information and everything, man.
Wow. I'll get right on that, man. I'll get right on that. Yeah. Listen, one love. I appreciate talking to you finally after
thanks,
30 years of being a fan of yours, man. I'm gonna get back in the chat, Fred. Good looking, brother. I'll DM you.
Appreciate it, man.
No problem, baby.
All right, feel free to call in too if you guys want to call in. We'll go. Yeah, man, they love you, Kendall, man. What's up, man?
Yo, what's up? It's a New Jersey, man. It's just a Jason kid, but I had to represent because I know he played most of his career with New Jersey, so I had to show love to the NBA legend Kendall Gill, man, for sure. Kendall, I've been watching you my whole career. I mean, your whole career, goddammit. But man, I know you led the league in steals one year. You led the NBA in steals one year. Set the NBA record, 11 steals in one game. You know what I mean? So, y'all go look him up right now. The man is a legend. Averaged 20 points a game 2 times in the NBA. Play with some of the best players in the NBA. Your career, I remember, started off in Charlotte playing with Larry Johnson, like you mentioned, Alonzo Mourning, Muggsy Bogues, and, just was a great team back then. And I want to, just talk about the legacy of Chicago players, starting off with yourself, Tim Hardaway, Doc Rivers, Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, Juwan Howard, Isaiah Thomas, man. Can't never forget about Isaiah. Such a great player. I feel like Chicago definitely develops the best NBA players, point blank, period. It is not even close.
I appreciate that, man, because, I have arguments with Kenny Smith all the time.
Michael Jordan was born in New York.
Yeah. He was born in New York, but he was born in New York, but the players here in Chicago, man, is so rich, so deep. You're going all the way back to Cazzie Russell. Cazzie Russell was born here in Chicago. Then we go back to Mark Aguirre, who was the number one pick.
Mark Aguirre, Paul.
Mark Aguirre, Terry Cummings, and all these guys, man. And, Anthony Davis, who's in LA right now, who's the number one pick.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose. I mean, so when it comes to that, I don't think there's too many people that compete with Chicago. I think New York is a close second. Of course, they have, Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and, many great Stephon Marbury, who I played with in New Jersey. Rod Strickland, who is the best point guard I've ever played with. So we got a lot.
Over Gary? Over Gary?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You know why? Because Gary is more of a scoring point guard. Rod Strickland does everything. He controls the floor of the offense. He gets you involved. He get the ball to his teammates. I mean, he's like a coach on the floor. Gary is great, but Rod is more of he take care of. That's the way. That's how I judge point guards. Whether they quarterbacks first. So New York, man. New York I think is second. You got Detroit, then LA. But Chicago, man. I agree with you, man. Number one.
For sure.
Not because I was born and raised here.
I know, not because of that.
It's true. Even Sean Marion, I believe, came out of Chicago. Sean Marion was an NBA champion, a four-time NBA All-Star. I want to talk to you about just your game. You was very athletic, a great defender. Like I said, led the league in steals, 11 steals in one game. You want to talk about that game when you had those 11 steals?
Yeah. Actually, we played the Miami Heat, and I let here's something that Clyde Walt Frazier taught